The stage is set. The countdown is on. 6 defining pop acts of a generation will perform to frenzied fans for the first time in a decade.
Don't get emotional.
The bands have spent months getting physically, vocally and emotionally fit.
I'm petrified.
For the most important performance of their lives. This is the Big Reunion. Previously on the Big Reunion, all 6 of our bands reunited and attempted to cast aside years of uncertainty, estrangement and psychological drama.
It really did break my heart for years.
And with showtime fast approaching, the Big Reunion family had their first full run-through.
First one up, R5.
Under the watchful eyes of ball-breaking choreographer Paul Demain.
I'm most anxious about the amount of work that everybody's got to do in such a short space of time.
And sceptical vocal coach Evie Burnett.
I mean, how on earth we put on this big reunion gig in 2 weeks, I'm not really sure. But as week 2 of rehearsals get underway, the bands are hit for 6. The Big Reunion family is about to get even bigger. The promoter has added pop juggernaut Blue to the Hammersmith Apollo bill. And the Blue Boys are wary.
Obviously, a new band being introduced into the mix, you know, it can cause a little bit of a disruption.
I just think that a couple of them are going to be pissed, if I'm honest.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely.
We want to go out there, enjoy ourselves with the other band, and just have a really, really good time.
Everyone wants to get on that stage and kind of do better than the other band, you know, so it's like dog eat dog, boy band eat boy band, girl band eat girl. Bring it on!
1, 2, 3, 4, blow! 1 for the money and the free rises, 2 for the line. As the 21st century clattered into view, Blue exploded into the charts. With their intoxicating barrage of streetwise pop and silky harmonies, pandemonium ensued. In 5 tumultuous years, the boys shifted more than 13 million records. Won 2 Brits. We won another one! And recorded with legends Sir Elton John and Stevie Wonder before finally saying fly bye-bye in 2005. In 2011, the boys tried to resurrect their career in the UK by representing Great Britain in the Eurovision Song Contest. They came 11th.
We've had the success coming back together in Europe and Asia and stuff, but we haven't had anything going on for us in the UK since Eurovision.
Now I'm excited about us boys being back on stage in the UK. It's where we were born, where we were brought up, it's our back garden. We want to go out there, enjoy ourselves with the other band and just have a really, really good time.
Now, after 8 years away, this is their chance to re-establish themselves in the British public eye. It's time to break the news that a new band has been added to the Big Reunion bill.
Plan is to bring in another band last sort of minute. Yeah. Blue. Yeah.
But for some, the idea goes down like a lead blue loon.
I feel like we've blood, sweat and tears through this whole thing, basically. And to get a band who actually are not even reuniting, they've been together for 2 years, and put them in on the end of it all, I don't actually get it.
With this, it's just people are just stood there going, why? Who's going to come back next? Shakin' Stevens will be jumping in it.
I am a bit miffed as to what the crack is.
It does feel a little bit like they've been able to kind of just waltz in when everything's more or less done, and just, not that they're like jumping on the back of it exactly, but kind of like that.
Back in 1999, before Blue became pop demigods, the seeds of their success were sown in a very unlikely place.
I met Lee when he was 14, and I was 16. We were both kids.
I met Anthony at the This Morning boy band audition.
People that we used to know, just give it up, they wanna let it go.
They were looking for a boy band, bit X Factor-esque.
Let's go outside in the sunshine. I know you want to, but you can't see, yeah.
Simon Cowell was sitting in front of me. When Will Young got into the band, I never got into the band, Lee got into the band.
The Richard and Judy All-Stars never took off, but as fate would have it, Anthony, Duncan and Lee's paths would cross again at a record company audition.
Anthony was the kind of, like, the record company said he was like a bit of a boxer kind of look, a bit beaten up looking.
When I first met Duncan, we didn't really get on. I was from South East London and he was from like Devon kind of ways, like Bournemouth.
One of my first thoughts of Lee was he was having some argument on the phone with somebody and he just got the phone and headbutted the phone and smashed the phone with his head, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you're a nutter.
What? A talent for demolishing telecommunication devices was all very well, but something was still missing.
So we signed us three, and then we went on a hunt to find another member, and that's when we met Simon Webb.
He was just tonk, mate. He looked quite cool, man. He looked quite cool, and then he turned up and he was like, "Yeah, all right, man, how you doing? Yeah, all right, I'm Simon Webb."
I just remember listening to Duncan and me going, bloody hell. You know, this guy he's got such a tone, strong presence. And then it got to Lee, and I was just like, oh my God, please put me in this group.
It just clicked. It just, something, the minute he walked in the room and we was all sitting there, he just brought an essence of cool to the band.
With Blue's cool quota fulfilled, the boys set about recording their first single. But after the recording session, the band was startled by a rogue mouth organ.
The record company were like, oh my God, we love All Rise. And we were like, really? We thought that was like the weakest song that we did.
We were like, what? It's shit. No, trust me. Listen to it.
And they were like, no, it's got this really nice little harmonica thing on it. It sounds like this da 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 da. And we're like, that's not All Rise. That's not what the song we did in the studio.
And then we listened to it, and then it's what you hear today. They completely flipped it.
I remember this guy in his truck nodding his head to All Rise, and we popped our heads out the sunroof. I went, do you like the song, mate? And he's like, yeah. He was like, it's us. And he was like, oh, and drove off, and that's when we thought, yeah, we've arrived.
All Rise hit the top 5 in May 2001, and overnight, Blue became pop behemoths.
It was mad, it was crazy. I remember this one girl just coming up to me and she was just screaming in my face.
But I remember once, I walked into my hotel room, opened the wardrobe, and just this girl just stood there going, ah! And I went, ah, what the? Beep, beep. I said, get out. She went, oh my God, you're from Blue, da, 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 da. I was like, oh my God, this is freaky, man.
I was dripping in diamonds. I thought I was 50 Cent or something, do you know what I mean? Surrounded with models. Do you want to have a shag tonight? Yeah, okay. Why? Because you can.
We had the best time. Do you know what I mean? I remember rocking up to a premiere and Britney Spears. We all jumping on a bed with Britney Spears. Don't even know the bird. It just blew up. It just blew up. We had no time to think.
After just 1 year, Blue had notched up another 2 #1 singles and a chart-topping debut album, which firmly established them as one of Britain's biggest pop acts. And now the rest of the acts are about to meet the new boys. It's not the most welcoming reception.
It's been hell to get here. Yeah, it's been blood, sweat and tears to get here. So it's all been a bit funny.
She come straight up and made a point of letting us know that she wasn't too excited about us being here.
The fact that we were being added to the bill didn't go down too well with certain people.
How do you feel about completely trampling over all of us?
stupid.
It should be really bad.
No, bastard.
Just concentrate on yourselves. Don't worry about us. We're all right. We're cool.
Crashing our going, oh yeah. What are you doing here?
Liz from Atomic Kitten isn't particularly thrilled by the arrival of ex-fiancé Lee.
I was like, hey, you know, hello everyone, how you doing? She just went really weird with me. And I just saw her kind of dodging me whichever way I went. And I kind of grabbed her and I went, hey, darling, you all right? And she was just like edging away from me. I don't know why that is the case, unless she's still got feelings for me.
I'd hate for people to see it as a competition. We're not there to compete with anyone. We're there just to add a little bit of spice to what's already going on. My thing is, you don't really want to go on after us.
Coming up, 5 deal with the reality of becoming 4.
Don't try to palm me off on me. You trying to get a producer cut.
They're like children.
Kerry starts to feel the pressure.
I thought Peter by the time I was 30.
And the Big Reunion family are still not happy.
No bowing down to the altar of blueness.
With the Hammersmith Apollo gig just around the corner, the promoters have pulled a 4-headed surprise out of the bag. Blue have just joined the Big Reunion family, and it's got a few people's goats.
I don't actually get it.
With this, it's just people are just stood there going, why?
The hottest band of 2001.
Back in 2001, Blue were riding the crest of a pop wave after the success of their first album.
It was absolutely crazy. It was like performing and doing videos. It was crazy. It was absolutely, I didn't know what day of the week it is most of the time.
It's like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by page 3 girls. We were kings. I mean, I remember Lee got Shag of the Year, and I was well disappointed it wasn't me.
I just thought, well, it's not going to last forever, so if I can just be as nuts as possible and just enjoy myself. I was in this hotel and we've been doing shots of absinthe, and I got a fire extinguisher, and I walked into the bar and I started spraying everyone. And then the manager of the hotel walked out and said, "Put that down now!" I went, "Fuck off," psh, and done him as well.
Oh, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
I think he sprayed Alan Shearer. He was like, "You know who that is?" He was like, "I don't care."
I've got this kind of button that is broken and it's called stop.
But just when Blue were about to make millions of dollars from breaking America, the band's loose cannon and resonant philosopher Lee threw the whole thing into chaos.
We just had our first #1 with Too Close, and we went to shoot the video in New York.
We witnessed that second plane hitting.
When we came back to the UK, every single person wanted to talk about September the 11th.
Tell us about 9/11.
That was a fucking nightmare.
What was it like?
How was 9/11?
Where did you see it? How did you see it?
After 3 or 4 months of being talked about it, Lee just said, "You know what? Fuck it, I don't want to talk about this no more."
I was like, you know what, fuck New York. I was like, just can we talk about, if you're going to promote something, talk about animals that are nearly extinct because we're killing them. They wrote, "Who gives a fuck about New York when the elephants and whales are dying?" And I was like, I didn't say that. I was trying to say something, but it came out the wrong way.
We was up there, we just released All Rise, Too Close, #1. Everything was going perfect, it was just wicked, 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 wicked. And then the comment, bang, crash. And I genuinely, deep down, thought that was the end of Blue.
Blue's career in America was over. A media backlash called for Lee to be sacked, but they rode the storm and came back with a smash hit, One Love. The album shot straight to the top of the charts with the help of a very special guest in a very special tracksuit.
The One Love album was being put together, and Hugh Goldsmith was like, "We need a cover."
Lee came up with the idea, what about doing an Elton John song? We were like, oh, shut up, don't be so stupid. A, he's probably never going to let us, probably don't even know if we are. B, he ain't going to give us a song. And C, as if he's ever going to duet with us.
So Elton agreed to play the piano. Then in the studio, while he was playing the piano, he then turned around and said, "Do you mind if I sing?" We was like, oh my God.
that was the moment I just couldn't believe my luck. I mean, it's Elton, isn't it?
From the brink of career suicide, Blue crept back on top and in 2003 were rewarded with a Brit Award for Best British Pop Act.
To get a Brit Award is like, that's the icing on the cake.
Oh, it was the best feeling in the world. Best feeling in the world. All that hard work has paid off. And we are being recognised now as a boy band that have got a bit of talent.
Following the Blue news, the original Big Reunion family have decided to go for a few drinks, with the new additions being the topic of conversation.
Bastards! Fucking hell, we're cooking now.
Who do you think can win in a fight between Blue and Five?
Five.
We told them this yesterday, we all put money on Five.
Pay-per-view, let's have it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have it.
All of us, the 6 groups, had something special because we all hadn't done anything for such a long time. And all of us were literally thrown in the deep end, rehearsing, starting from the beginning.
We were all in the same boat.
We were all in the same boat and we felt united together, you know, and I felt like when Blue came in, I just felt like it wasn't fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't fair on us.
It doesn't necessarily right because, as you say, it's been a challenge to put our bands back together.
When I found out Blue were doing it, my initial reaction was like, "Oh, more the merrier, wicked," because we know them and we like them and we've done such a lot with them. I was like, "Oh yeah, cool," kind of thing. And then it kind of hit home that they're in a completely different place to all of us.
I really don't want to bow down to the altar of Blue. The guys are lovely and the tunes are good and the show's going to be better for having them in it, but let's be honest, none of the bands on the show are big news in the music scene anymore. Not at the moment anyway, and neither are Blue. It might change after this show, you know, best of luck to everybody, but no bowing down to the altar of blueness.
What a speech!
I'll drink to that.
What a speech.
After their big night out, breakdance connoisseurs 911 are practicing their moves, but the band's weakest dancer, Lee, is hungover and nowhere to be seen, leading Spike and Jimmy to debate his allegiance.
Well, fortunately, he's not doing this section.
He doesn't do fuck all anyway, lazy bastard. You got to question the commitment, because obviously this is a project that we said from the beginning it was all or nothing. You do it 100%, but at the minute it doesn't seem to be.
There's a reason Jimmy is hacked off. With only a few days of rehearsals left, the pressure to perform is starting to tell. Met. 12 years ago, Kerry left Atomic Kitten and spent the best part of a decade in a haze of drink and drugs. Now that she's back in the band, her life has come full circle, and it's all getting a bit much.
Looking back on when we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Baby, you're the one. You still turn me on. You can make me whole again.
Right, can we stop?
Bro, it's completely gone.
It's actually okay as long as you put it here. You are a really good singer.
I mean, today I'm really struggling.
But you've got a very good voice, madam.
I'm not saying I haven't. I know I can sing. It's just my sense of humour.
Kenny gets by always by taking the mick out of
Yeah. There's something kind of lovely about the fact that you haven't been together and you're singing Whole Again, and then the words of the song, it's genuine.
Baby, you're the one.
I know.
Turn me on.
I know, but I feel like... Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
Whole again, it's a whole new meaning. You know, and on a personal level, I feel like I've done a full circle. You know, I'm more famous for being famous for all the mess-ups in my life, and people forget that this is why I'm here. And to be here today and being 3 years clean yesterday is a massive sense of achievement for me. I'm very, very lucky to be alive, and I'm very lucky the fact that the girls believe in me now.
Who'd have thought it? I know.
Who'd have thought it?
I don't mean to make you cry.
It's a big thing for me, you know. I thought I'd be dead by the time I was 30. You know, it's a big achievement. The amount of rubbish I was shoving up my nose, you know, I should technically have been dead. So the fact that I'm here today at 32, I'm very proud of myself. I
definitely feel like that atomic kitten bond is coming back. You know, it's taken a while. I think it was kind of like a cry of relief, really, because everything's gone really well up to now, touch wood. And I just hope it stays on that path.
With Kerry emotionally on the edge, her daughter Lily's turned up to rehearsals to lend her support.
I've got to be honest, I think with our Lily being there, I was actually really nervous.
I get judgmental.
She's just get very judgmental. She just... I don't know where she gets it from.
And Kerry may well be judged poorly if her vocals don't significantly improve before the big show.
Kerry's kind of too loud over the top, so she just needs to pull back. She's pushing it a bit much.
Natasha and Liz are kind of wanting Kerry's microphone turned down a little bit because Kerry is just singing loudly all the time. I don't want to tell her.
It's just because it's all new to Kerry. Me and Liz have been singing together for years, so we know how to blend our voices, whereas Kerry's come in and I think she's getting out of breath. So her breathing's going and her phrasing's going, so it's kind of clashing against what me and Liz are doing, so that's a big concern for me, really.
I'll be honest with you, when it comes to vocals and knowing who goes where and what does what, I haven't got a clue. I just do my part and hopefully I'm doing it right. I literally can't perform the tidy side without having to stop to catch my breath because it is a full-on routine.
They've got to put the hours in. If they don't, then we could have issues when we get to the stage.
Coming up, the Honeys shake the mothballs off their original stage outfits.
Oh my God. Can you believe that? You look absolutely fucking amazing.
And Sinead from Bewitched has a meltdown.
Yes. I don't feel me. Yes. I feel guilty staying away from my kids.
It's only days until the big reunion gig, and with new arrivals Blue joining the family, all of the bands are upping their game and jostling for pole position. They may be one of the biggest vocal groups Britain has ever produced, but today, Blue are just the new boys at school.
One love is all we need.
Oh, here they are now.
Oh.
Hello. Hi. How are you? How's it going?
They've requested some private tuition with Paul and Evie before they perform in front of the others.
How are you? Good. Welcome to the big reunion.
This is kind of scary now. Look, like, oh shit. Yeah, but you know why? Because we've got to work with dancers now.
Yeah, I know. They're going to show us up.
So you better get your dancing shoes on then.
We're going to change them. Got them on.
Is this what you're dancing now?
No, we'll change.
Go on then, quickly, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
What, do we get changed here?
No, there's a change.
Yeah, you can get changed here. That's all right. We're all one big happy family and big reunion.
Shitting myself. Why are you shitting yourself? I don't know if I'm shitting myself or I'm excited. It's one or the other.
You trainers, you start.
Do you know where you want to stood? Like,
well, I was basically going to go with how you were used to stand.
I'm always on the end, aren't I?
I'm on the end. Is it? I'm second in. Or are you next to me on the inside?
I'm
on the middle with you then.
Lee and Dunk side.
Yeah.
They may have mastered the art of standing in a line and singing, but to make an impression at the big reunion, they need to be more adventurous in the dancing department.
When you come onto a massive stage like this, you know, there's dancers that you have to incorporate and stuff, and we're not really a band that has dancers.
We don't dance too much. We sit down, we stand up, we lean. We sit down, we stand up, we lean.
Am I a dancer? I'll let you guys be the judge of that.
That's basically it. And then we just stand there.
We're more of a vocal group, and the thing is, it's like, You know, all our biggest hits.
That's not an excuse, man.
It's no excuse. I'm not saying that, but we never. You know what I mean? We weren't in sync, was we?
Nah.
You know what I mean?
We're a lot more casual. The funny thing about our dance routines back in the day always looked like we were falling over, and then we just catch ourselves.
I mean, I just don't feel like at our age that we need to be grinding
and doing all that
and
kind
stuff
of
like that
stuff.
because it just looks terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel terrible.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
I'm
still 30 years old and I like grinding. I mean...
Dancers, can you join in the back for me, please?
Blue will need to seriously brush up their sitting, standing, leaning and grinding in order to be ready for the big gig. But Simon and Lee seem to be getting a little distracted.
Redhead girl, the redhead girl, she's banging. I like saying about, you know, like English Rose, isn't it?
And that's the ones that you don't know her name, do you?
No, I don't know any of their names. Come on, girl.
Lee's a shark. Lee's a shark. He had the worst patter with birds, though. He used to say, like, oh, you remind me of my ex-girlfriend, or your eyes are beautiful. Can I write a song about them?
This used to be my favourite part of this dance routines, man, when the girls got involved.
She got some junk in her trunk, too.
6, 7, 8 and 1.
Meanwhile, next door, 911 are still waiting on a hungover Lee to arrive.
Well, I'm about 2 hours late for dance rehearsals. It's only dance rehearsals anyway. I don't do dancing, do I?
I couldn't believe Lee was late this morning. He only had to get in at 10 o'clock. You know, we've been in there a couple of hours, so it winds you up, like, big time. And I'm going to have a word with him later. He's going to get a kicking.
I was comatose. I didn't wake up till 9:30.
And it's now 11. Come on, then.
The more and more this kind of stuff's gone on with the filming wise, the more and more I've seen a diva coming out. I hate fucking sitting around waiting for you in general, as in like in lobbies and hotels and shit. But this morning really just got on my tit. It's not just about this morning, I'm saying it's one of those things that happened, let's move on.
I promise on Tuesday I will be on time.
Hoping to avoid the whole dad dancing at a wedding look, Lee admits he needs extra practice on his own. And it's the band's legendary body-shaking routine that's been worrying him the most.
I know that if I cock up any of the dance moves, the whole routine's going to look visually crap. And I don't want that. Then I can't do a spin. It's like David Brent. It's all this hand business. I've got to nail that. It's not difficult. Shit. That's the first song we do on the night out of 3, and I fuck it up. God help me.
In the late 90s, the Honeys cemented themselves as one of Britain's slickest R&B groups. Now, with the Big Reunion show imminent, the girls are having to learn a brand new dance routine with choreographer Paul.
Learning new choreography for both songs, a little bit tricky, but I actually love what he's done.
He has thrown out everything and I am not happy. Paul?
Yeah?
Do you think that we've got enough time to learn it all?
It's tight, but then everybody's in the same boat.
Unsure of their new routine, the girls get together at Mariama's after rehearsals and discuss another key aspect of their performance, kinky outfits.
Right, you ready, ladies?
Okay, we're ready.
Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
It looks You look absolutely, can I swear?
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Thank you very much. We had the sex neck.
If you danced with that, they could knock you out.
Which is pretty cool. It's actually not a bad look for now, because people have done it since. In fact, Liberty X stole our look.
They did steal our look.
They pinched it, they got the PVC.
With Won't Take It lying down, that is such the classic look for when we did that song, and especially seeing Mariama in it, she looks so amazing, that I think we should do Rebel.
But those problematic new dance moves are still on their minds.
I prefer the old choreography that we used to do, and not dissing Paul at all, because what he's done is great. But part of me is thinking, are we going overboard by trying to recreate new choreography for this song?
So who's going to suggest it to him?
With time running out at the Big Reunion rehearsals, the unhappy Honeys are about to confront Paul about their routine.
Hello. Shoot.
Well, you know, won't take it lying down that we spent all of the other day doing a routine of.
We prefer to go back to the old routine.
Okay.
If they wanted to do it, then they shouldn't have said they wanted to change it, because we'd have just refreshed the old one. It just means that we've wasted a lot of time.
And when your body's held
in another room, 911 are going through a vocal rehearsal. But after another heavy night out, frontman Lee is feeling a little green around the gills.
loved you all I can, I'm gonna love you a little bit more. What happens next?
So unlikely, and I really fell for him today because that's not his style.
Is that it? Thank God for that. Right, I just have to be sick.
You choose to work with unprofessional people, that's what you get.
He's a lightweight, isn't he? He plays with the big boys and that's what happens.
Nearly.
Lee has to get his act together quick, as all the bands need to be 100% ready for the big gig. The pressure's now fully on, and Bewitched are dusting off their vocal cobwebs with Evie.
Say you'll do what I done. Say you say to me. C'est la vie. C'est la vie.
If you want to pop in a few new, fresh ad-libs, that's always good. You've got great ranges, you know what I mean? And the fact that, OK, you were mucking about, you suddenly did a Mariah Carey in there, but you know, why not? Why not show off the fact that Bewitched are great singers? You know, I don't know how the confidence is generally. It seems better.
Oh
Do you all feel more like, because you were saying that you suddenly felt like you're becoming more
Like
of a...
in the last 2 days, I feel more me than I have felt in years. I've forgotten how I feel singing, and it's been really nice to get back and in the studio, and yeah, no, I feel great, I have to say. I've been feeling... Ignite your flame. Yeah, no, I have. I'm delighted.
Are you ignited as well, you three?
Yeah.
I feel a lot more confident with the, you know, just with the vocals and even the BVs and the few sort of lead lines I've got.
I don't want to start you
Sinead
off.
is feeling a bit weird.
I know, I don't want to start you off. I know it's a lot to take in, suddenly being here doing this.
It's been over a week since Sinead's seen her family, and it's all getting a bit overwhelming.
I mean, it's funny because I think out of all of us, I mean, Sinead has actually taken her foot off the pulse in this industry for the 10 years. We were all doing something a little bit, and I think you're a bit overwhelmed by it all, aren't you?
But you're doing brilliantly.
Yeah,
That's the
you
thing.
are. I just feel, like you say, you feel you in this.
Yes.
I don't feel me in this.
Yeah, I am in a different space today, and I've kind of surprised myself because I was very excited about coming, and I am still excited, but I don't think I really realised, I suppose, I don't really think I thought about being together, you know, and doing this, so it's kind of making me feel unsettled.
Oh dear.
It's good getting it all out.
I think out of any of us, being back here and becoming a band again, where it's making me stronger and I'm feeling better about it being back singing, it's actually making her feel a little intimidated, I think, because she was happy in her position at home. We're stepping into a life that was, and it's just natural that some of the old feelings are going to be coming back up. It seems like her mind wants to be at home, and that's where she's most comfortable.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this is the bit that I love, the whole rehearsal, and, you know, this is my favourite bit of it. It's just, I think I'm like just a bit overwhelmed with it all. On the whole, I know that I want to do this. It's just, it's whether I'm capable of actually following through with it. That's what I'm questioning.
I mean, it is emotional, all this. You know, it's a big deal.
I feel guilty being away from my kids.
Yeah. I just don't know.
Coming up, the wheels are falling off the 5 bandwagon.
Oh, get out. Get out. It's like working with morons. You're pissing me off. Get right out.
Is there any way to move forward in the band as a group collective?
Lee and Lindsay finally talk about the past.
Like, how do you feel rehearsing in the same building every day and stuff?
I don't know, it's been a bit weird.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why?
Obvious reasons, in a way.
And New Boys Blue rehearse in front of a less than impressed Big Reunion family for the first time.
Free riders, 2 for the ladder track. Good night, all right. All right. All right. Yeah.
Kristen.
As the Big Reunion gig edges closer by the day, all of the bands have been struggling to prepare for the Hammersmith Apollo stage. 5 may have flogged 20 million records back in the mists of time, but now, with original member Jay opting to miss out on all the fun, the boys have to deal with the pressure of making this work as a 4-piece. It's getting tense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are making it down now.
5 are making it down.
Bang!
No.
So you want everybody get up, so you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are making it down. So baby,
A full chorus?
Yes. Not a double.
No, a full chorus.
The boys had asked Scott to re-edit the music for the band's Big Show medley, but they seem unimpressed with his homework.
Everyone told me what they wanted, I do it, and then they change their mind.
No, that's not true.
I don't think that's the
It is.
case.
Keep on moving, keep on moving. Come on, Rich.
Nobody wanted that.
They keep on telling me how to do it, I do it, then they moan. They're like children. I spoke to Abs on the phone and we decided what was going on.
He rang me at like 7 in the morning and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
You were just like, yeah,
and you decided with me.
No.
Yes, you did.
You even asked for it. Don't try and palm it off on me. You're trying to get a producer cut.
With rehearsal time running out, bandmate Sean and choreographer Paul decide to re-edit the medley themselves.
Guys, can you all fuck off and go and get a cup of tea for 10 minutes?
I'm doing this. Go, get out. Get out.
You're pissing me off.
Get right out.
If you want a job doing, don't give it Scott.
That's right. We're the right fast with that. Wasting dancing time trying to get the music right.
Honestly, it's like working with morons.
Down chorus. Down chorus.
Oh God, this edit's going to be so shit when we go upstairs.
It's not going to be shit. If you start running your mouth and trying to edit everything, spoke to us first, we'd have got the edit straight. Is there any way to move forward in the band as a group collective?
You're such a cock.
The dairy isn't helping your whole vibe right now.
Don't you dare tip my tea away.
Get rid of that.
I was...
Job done, that's it, seal the deal. You're a good man, Dogger. I'll get them knobs.
Dairy feud over, it's time for Scott to hear Paul's handiwork.
I said to him, right, I've put the chorus you want in, Paul, and then now he's changed his mind completely. He's taken the chorus out, tried to make me look stupid.
Yes, listen, right. Can I tell you why this is absolutely hilarious? That's the exact fucking edit that I done, right? He's actually pissed off.
Then everyone changed it.
Come on.
And then we've spent
All
3
right.
days changing it.
Not the original, though.
Yeah,
of course you did.
I've got it. I've got it.
Yeah, you did. Of course you did.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
5 might be close to the edge, but their dulcet tones still have the power to unite the group and even win some new fans.
And the lights go out. Every single word cannot express the love and tenderness. I'll show you what it's all about. And babe, I swear you will succumb to me. So baby, come to me.
They know what they're doing. I'm happy with the vocals. I just need to get them dancing and just see whether their vocals remain as good. I'm quite easy going with them right now, but I won't be if it sounds rubbish later on.
Yeah.
For some of the acts, the concept of this reunion carries a deeper meaning. In 2006, Lee married Bewitched's very own Lindsay, but recently they split up.
If she rang me tomorrow and said to me, how do you fancy us getting back together again, I would. But reality says it's probably not going to happen.
We're just friends.
After another intense rehearsal day, Lee and Lindsay finally have a chance to sit down face to face and discuss their feelings.
Like, how do you feel rehearsing in the same building every day and stuff?
I don't know, it's been a bit weird.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, obvious reasons, my wife. Yeah, it's just been weird. But I just got to get on with it.
This is obviously, we met doing this, so it's kind of like...
Yeah, so
again,
just taking memories back to it.
Taking you back to that, and it's like a flashback.
Yeah. Well, but it does, as you say, it does take us back to when we first met.
Yeah.
On the Smash Hits. These groups around us were all at our height. The buzz was there, so everything in life was fine and dandy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just weird. That's all I can say about it.
It was a different chapter back then. It's a different chapter.
Yeah, it's upsetting, but it's not, I don't know. You move on a bit, I guess. That's what you've got to do.
It's the final day of rehearsals, and all the acts have come to watch New Boys Blue, who've been rehearsing behind closed doors since they arrived. This is their one and only chance to impress their irritated peers before the big reunion gig.
Guys, please, some order. But we now have another band with us today, so welcome, Blue.
The time has come for Blue to step up to the plate.
One for the money and the free ride, it's two for the live and good night, alright. Three for the calls you've been making, it's four all the times you've been faking, alright. I rest my head.
Now, performing in front of your fans is a lot easier than performing in front of those guys. It felt like I was auditioning again.
I just can't wait. Now the case is open wide. You'll try to pray, but the jury will decide.
You know, it's like that first day back at school where everybody's already knows each other and we're the new kids who don't know no one.
Objection, no. Front to back, side to side.
Blue were nervous after their initial reception, but it seems they may finally be winning over some of their big reunion peers.
After seeing them perform, they fit into the show. I think they make everyone else raise their game a bit, and that can only be a good thing. And it's good to see a bit of eye candy, you know.
Slotted into the show really well. As I say, they're really cool guys. There's no problem with them. Gonna have a laugh. A few more drinking partners. So yeah, all good.
Next time on The Big Reunion.
Hey, come on!
The final countdown to showtime is on.
Nervous, excited.
Liberty X find themselves a man down.
You think he's going to be here tomorrow?
Maybe not, possibly not.
Anthony reveals the extent of his fall from grace.
I lost everything. And from being up there, Charlie Big Bollocks, Tony Montana Scarface, to being Derek Trotter.
And will 5 now actually be 3? as Sean cracks under the pressure and walks out.
Everything I felt in the past just came back.
It's the Big Reunion Arena Tour, coming to a city near you. 6 of the biggest bands of the 90s and noughties live. One incredible lineup. Tickets available now.
Whew, can stop holding my breath now. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We just don't want it to end. There's more from the Big Reunion, same time next week.
We're off now, but coming up, there's no denying he's one of the funniest men on